Hi everybody, welcome back to Vintage Story episode 66 with me, Sid, and last episode we finally got a storm, which unfortunately, firstly I managed to have made a panic-stricken run over this way. I need to basically get a better path, so in the event of that happening again I can get there easier. But we didn't get any temporal gears. We got plenty of dead, demon sloths. But what I think we do need to do is I need to go and take this all the way around, so I've got effectively a 360-degree piece of action like this going on, because it really didn't play out the way I wanted it to. I just noticed that I also appear to have picked up a rock, so that needs fixing. Easily fixed, of course. There you go. We don't want that, because otherwise the little bugs will spawn inside with us. So yeah, there's some work to do here, and I think I'm going to be doing that before I get suckered into going on off and doing other stuff. Now I still want to move south, or make a point south, and we know that there is down this way. If I can find it, there's still that, which may not be south enough, but it doesn't mean we can't have more south after that, if that makes sense. Makes sense in my head. But without temporal gears I can't create the various paraphernalia which is going to allow me to traverse those distances readily or easily. The other thing is, I think these are all, let me just get those on. These are getting to the point where, apart from the odd bit, I think I am ready to harvest. I think that is all ready. That, apart from the odd one, which must be close, is ready. You're nearly done on the leather, and over on the flax and everything we have got mostly ready still there, so I think another few days, day or two, before we are in a everything's ready to harvest position. Because obviously then we need to rotate the fields round to get the nutrients back to where they need to be. Now we did also make ourselves 3 ingots of bismuth bronze, which is all nice. Bismuth bronze shovel. Which is all nice. Put the hammer away actually. And 4 bronze rune cores, which are the short of iron and steel. That's about the best rune cores I can make right now. But of course I can't do anything with these. Let me just get the thing. Let me have a look. Without a temporal gear, or several. I need 2 realistically, because I need 1 to make this and 1 to make the thing that's associated with it, which yeah, but we are almost pretty good on that. We've got the core, we've got a couple of these. We obviously want to use the busy bronze over the tin bronze, because tin bronze is not as good as busy bronze. But what I do need is the temporal gears, and There's only a couple of ways open to us now, I think. Let me just put that back down there. I don't know whether how... And that is going to be either waiting, which I cannot wait again. This is getting silly. The other way is try and find some underground ruins, which will require me to cave. Now that requires me to man up a little bit and you know, get out there. I also need to sort myself out some food because the food I've got prepared is largely knackered now. And I probably should try and repair my armour. And I can't remember whether I can do it like that. You cannot. So how do you repair it again? No. Just by crafting it together. Okay, of course you do. I mean, the amount of leather I am going to have to do, I'm probably going to have to go and do some hunting, I think. Maybe get a few of the wild sheep in the area. Things, because I've got the gambleized armour, I can use that in anger, that's fine. I've got all of the ones except this linen sack, which again I could make myself another backpack, but that's actually not that badly damaged. But the hat, oh, and that's actually not taking much at all. Okay, well that's fine then. That worked out better than I thought. So I definitely need to do food. I really could do with getting some more skins for the armour and the that kind of side of things going on. And we're, oh, forgot I was cooking torches. There we go. And I've got lots of torches if I wish to go caving. Now, what I do need to do to go caving is, of course, find a cave. I have got a few marked on the map. That was fire clay, that was blue clay. I think there was a cave marked up there. That was blue clay, and then there was a cave, a couple of caves marked over there near my little lodge that I created over there, and then it's really a question of going further north, but I don't really want to go further north. I want to go in the other direction. That was where we found chalk, wasn't it, over there? Yeah. So I suppose the question is what to do in the immediate now. And I know there's a few sheeps over the other side of this hill. I should probably be ready for wolves because, you know, wolf. Of course, well, I just saw a bird over there, but you don't have birds other than chickens in this game, so it was, God knows what it was. It could have been a butterfly, I suppose, seen from a long way away. Of course, the other thing is there's a bear, I believe, over that direction, but I'm not sure whether I'm quite that suicidal. I mean, I know rabbit. I'm going to get a lot of leather off of that. And it's an awful lot of work to hunt one down, so yeah, kind of swings and roundabouts on that one. You see, you got this fella here, and we could. The problem is, of course, is he's gonna. If I make myself a nice little pillar, and then damn it. And then we can come in this way. Should be an easy kill. Hang on, that's not the spear. Of course, the danger is we run into a bear or a wolf. He's man, you made me run for my dinner there. With a bit of luck, he was a chunky little boy though. 1 large, 15. I'm not worried about the bones. I've got so many bones, that's not even funny anymore. That is not particularly good meat dinner, but it will do, I suppose. And I'm going to guess that I can go and forage a little bit of. Okay, well, we'll take them then if you insist. Yeah, we can always eat whatever we can forage, can't we? And then go and maybe find another one, maybe one more. I mean, there's a kind of point where you stage 9 of 9, we'll have that then. Do you know what? It's not like I am short of the space right now, is it? Right, where am I? Very tempted to actually dig up some peat, but actually let me just mark it on the map. That will do. Not sure whether a brown mark on a map is the best choice, but well, it's what we got in it. Right, now what else have we got around here that I can eat? There's this fella here. Okay, he's in the water. That's where we want him. Right. That went better. It's a good weight. And there you go. Right, just a couple of skins. That will give us more leather. More important, I've now got some meat, so I can make some meaty food. Yeah, let's head back, make some food, sort out some tanning stuff, and get that underway. I mean, again, I'm not going to necessarily sit there and nursemaid the process. I suppose the other thing I need to do is take that tower down now. I don't think that is necessary anymore, so maybe we'll clear that out as well this episode. We'll see how we go. But right now, first things first, let's get some food sorted and hang around so we can do this first harvest of the year. And so we're not far off being able to do this. And yeah, we'll take it from there. Back in a moment. Okay, another day, another dollar, and got a lot of things I want to accomplish and only so much time. Hello, that's not what I wanted to accomplish. No, I want you to go back on there, thank you. Right. Stick that back in there. So I've got 3 large hides, which I do need to process in the leather side of things. But I want to be ready for the next temporal storm, because I know the way my luck works and it will catch me out at a moment's notice. It will be, I will be absolutely fine and dandy, everything will be working, and all of a sudden, bang, it's here, it's already on us, and you know, we're fighting a fight that, you know, we're not going to have the ease with which I perhaps would prefer. So first things first, we need to work out how many more of these vertical slabs I need. Only horizontal, only vertical. That's what's already there. Okay. Because so I had 5. And then we need to replace that with one of those. And that one there with one of those as well. So then I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trapdoors. So I need 9 trapdoors, and how many slabs? Don't know, can't count. Nine trapdoors and 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 slabs. You just go and grab that while I'm out here. And I need the chisel as well, with a hammer in my offhand, I think it is. 5 slabs, 9 trapdoors. 5 slabs, 9 trapdoors. 5 slabs and 9 trapdoors. And while I am at it, I also need this. This to be gone. I'd like a sapling though. I'd like to move it to the side if I can. And I know if I went back and got the scythe, that's got a better chance of giving me... Oh, well, I've got one. Perfect. A sapling, but let's have this out of the way as well so I can get the path in. Say there. That works better. And then we can get a path in this way. So 9 trapdoors, 5 slabs. Let me grab my stuff. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, we have everything. If you can hear a rustling sound, by the way, I bought a thing off eBay, and it's come in a bag. Just a thing. It came in a plastic bag. And for some reason, my cat is obsessed with the plastic bag. She's will not leave it alone. I have to cover it up and hide it from her. And like I say, I don't know. I have no idea why this is. I made too many of these, by the way. I have no idea why this plastic bag has become the object of desire, in my cat's life, but it has. It is utterly bizarre. Right, so I need the hammer in the offhand, and what size gap was it? I think it's just basically that, isn't it? So I probably need to go outside to get this last bit done, but come the next horde, sorry, not 7 days to die, is it? Come the next temporal storm, we will be ready for it, and we will have maximum coverage. We will kill the maximum number of drifters, and thus hopefully improve our chance of getting temporal gears considerably. There's one. Get the other one done, then I can just come round and fill off the wall, put the trapdoors in, and the world will be good and happy. Right, that's that. Let me get you out of my offhand, grab you, and that job is a good one. Okay, right. Steps or path, and also I think filling in and taking down the old temporal storm base. Also just double check, still not quite there on all of the crops. Can't be that long though now. Maybe I should start off with the leather work and get that going, because I would like at some point to be able to oh, hello. Get the final rucksack done. And I still am working on the pack that I want to put together, which will be, a modded version of Vintage Story for the next season. Now, I am unsure, and you'll have to let me know what you think about this one. We've obviously taken this so far, and some of the mods that I am looking at, you see that lot is all ready to go apart from that one. Some of the mods I am looking at affect terrain generation, so they will of course not have any impact on the game potentially going forward. I'll go down and grab those in a moment. In the immediate terrain gen, so there's like additional ruins, stuff like that. Others will change somewhat the way the backpacks work, for example, so there will be bigger backpacks and will address my inventory grumbles, which, you know, there are quite a few of. Because I do think out of everything, the hardest thing in this game is the inventory. It's such a tight squeeze that that it does cause, to me it causes problems. I think it's probably only because I'm so used to Minecraft inventories, and especially expanded Minecraft inventories like I'm used to with the backpack mods and stuff, and I'm used to more or less being able to carry my entire life on my back, which clearly we can't do in this. But that doesn't, you know, change anything. I still have what I consider is a legitimate grumble about the way I like to play a game and the way the game forces me to play. And again, that's not a criticism of the game. All games have that. It's called rules. But sometimes we don't like the rules, so we adjust to them to suit our playstyle. So I could start experimenting with adding further mods to this playthrough, because there's still lots of longevity in this. I mean, we haven't even got close to iron yet. We haven't done any of the automation and machinery. Hello, that's not what I wanted. You know, there's huge swathes of additional content. Whoa, careful. Let's not kill myself prematurely. So that could be a way we go forward, and it could help then inform future choices about, you know, which mods we may want to continue to support in then, you know, a further playthrough at a later date, because, you know, we're going to be playing through the game, and oh, hello, did not mean to do that, but it does not matter, because we can do that. And that kind of thing could be useful. So let me know what you think. So I'm not going to say any particular choice is right or wrong, but it's an interesting, for me, just an interesting kind of academic question almost, as to whether we're better off finishing out this playthrough as is or tweaking it. And, you know, getting more content, more fun, more things to play with, more options. Now, one of the things, for example, is I would need to make more backpacks, because one of the backpack mods that I have my eyes on doesn't retro, as best I could tell, it doesn't retro alter the backpacks that you have. So if I were to install it, the backpacks I have would all be the vanilla backpacks, and the future backpacks, for want of a better word, would be the new ones. So I would have to then go and make new ones, but it does increase your storage capacity pretty considerably, actually, I think, as I recall. And in the case of one of the options, the increase is largely to do with, you know, you've got iron upgrades, for example, to your backpack. So right, what happens if I do that? Yeah, I thought that's what would happen, which is what I wanted to happen as well. So yeah, it's an interesting question. I don't know the correct answer, which is fine. There doesn't have to be a correct answer to everything, after all. But let me know what you think in the comments. In the meantime, I'm going to continue just ripping this down. I'm then going to backfill this hole in, and that will be another remnant of the old system gone. We'll have quite a bit of resource to play with, which is always nice. And yeah, should be good. Back in a bit. Alright, it's another day. Hopefully my crops have grown so I can harvest, because what I want to do before we do any travelling around and adventuring, and we may not get to it this episode, I mean, you know, it's entirely possible. I'm largely almost there for this stuff. I mean, look, you know, that is not growing. Now I've got a couple of choices here. That's only 9 of 10. This is not there yet. These are all ready. This is almost all ready, but scattered about in the field is the odd one that's just not quite there. Now, what I don't want to do is bugger off on several days worth of travelling and adventure. And, you know, we've got fruit to pick if I wish to. We can make jam. We've got all of this stuff, but it's all kind of meh. Because what we want to do is actually go and see something fun and interesting. We want to do something different, which is why I kind of talk about the possibility of there's not a huge amount of material, liquids left in these, so I am going to break them. And that one is going to have lime water in it. I can actually set you going straight away. And these two need to be recreated as tannin, which has a limited application. You can go there. You can have that and seal. You can have that and seal. If I go and put the leather in there now, that will be processing, but it will not be done. The strong tannin will not be done before the tannin is complete. So, you know, there's swings and roundabouts on that one, I'm afraid. But what I do want to do is backfill this hole, and I'll have that while I'm at it, because, you know, waste not, want not. We'll properly backfill this as well, because, you know, we welcome respectful builders, and I am one of these builders that does not like leaving holes. Yeah, I could just fill this up with a thin veneer of dirt over the top. This is not terra firma craft. Gravity, whilst possible, is not on, and Consequently, I can just, you know, make a hole here and leave it. I don't like doing that. It goes against my grain, if you like. I like to mention. I like to know that when I come back here, if I dig again in this area, I'm not going to collapse into a hole, and it's not going to be full of drifters as well. I probably haven't brought enough dirt, however. But that's fine, we can always go and get more. We've got plenty of this stuff. And this is all passing time to let all of the crops get grown back in as they need to. So all good. But I'm going to continue on here, and I shall be back once I've finished filling in this hole. Back in a bit. Well, the tower is gone. I've kind of given this a semi-natural feel to it, and it just needs the grass back over. I put the large hides in the lime, so that's got 20 hours to go, and it's done 3, so 17 hours left. But certainly the what's the word I'm looking for here? The hoofer, the thing. Do I want to waste my shovel doing this? I mean, I suppose I should, shouldn't I? So the next thing is the path out to the drifter grinder. Which is going to come along like this, and we'll narrow down to there at the end. So I've got plenty of path blocks. Whether I've got enough, well, that's another matter entirely. But that is going to be there. I do need to put my stair blocks in there, which I've got 2, but I don't know whether I'm going to have enough to fill in underneath with these. And you don't make them like that, do you? You make them like that, of course. So need to get some more of that. Question is, if I place those on that, does it join? What does it get? It does get the stupid little gap underneath. So I need to go and get my stone as well. But lots of little jobs getting done today, which is all good. First some big jobs, and I'm pretty much I may harvest most of that already. The rice, I think it's rice at the end there, is a little bit worrying. That's the only real consideration. That is not going to make me a great deal, is it? 1, 2, 3, and 1. With that, it's only going to make me a whole 1. I actually need another 2. I can't believe I need just 2 claystone rocks. Oh, and I meant to pick up stone while I was in there. Of course I did. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. Should be enough. So all I need now is a couple of claystone rocks, which should be liberally scattered around on the floor if I'm let's do 1, 2, 3, 1 and 1. Strange recipe, but there you go. So that gives us the path to the farm, which, should I have another situation like last time, that's the fairest way of saying it, isn't it? Another situation like last time, then it should be relatively easy to find our way. And again, another couple there. They do need this. Is, I think, I personally feel this is something that definitely wants to be sorted. But it's not urgent. But you know, it's a thing that could do with something and something. Yeah, that sorts that out. So let's just head over and have one more look at these. So this lot, I'm happy that we can harvest most of that, if not all of it. Where I'm not sure is this rice, which is just not growing very well due to the weather here. I mean, that one is at 10. That's nearly there. That's a 10, 9, 9, 10, 9, 7, 10, 10. Nothing, virtually a non-existent. So, I don't know. I don't know whether to give it a little bit longer to get to stage 10, because although this is all, it's going to take me a while, you know, to harvest all this lot. And also, to be fair, store all this lot, because this is a hell of a lot of flax. So maybe, just maybe, what we will do is make a start harvesting these. We'll move the seeds round in their rotation to the next location, ready. And we'll harvest the other fields, and then we'll come back and we'll do this last, and we'll take what we've got. I'm not worried about rice. Rice, you know, we've got plenty of other grains. It's not like I'm playing with, you know, what's the mod in GregTech, the one that makes you eat lots of different foods to get the nutritional balance. I can't remember what the hell it's called now. But, you know, we've got lots to harvest here. So let me get on with that, and I'll be back in a short while. Alright, harvesting is done. I've taken a bit of damage because I separated one of the Generation 1 rams out from the herd. Basically by punching him and getting him to chase me into that space over there. I would like to get some of these Generation 0 and Generation 1 ewes out of there as well, so we can push that one forward. But his days are numbered, he knows. He knows. So now we've harvested, of course, the next thing to do is eat a lot of flax. We have got so much food. We're not going to starve to death anytime soon, put it this way. But we have got, well, we've got a very small amount of onions, so we can, while I'm at it, grab those up there, because we need to keep this field clear, but we can plant our parsnips. So I wanted to double check if I've got any of these seeds left in there, because I have picked a few seeds up along the way, so let me just go and see what else we've got floating around. I'm almost certainly going to have way more flax now than I can sow, just because. There's parsnips, onions, carrots, turnips, and I don't think I'll need the flax, but Nope, hello. Don't. I'm glad we don't do that often in real life. So those were parsnips. These are also parsnips, so that's fine. And plonk, and then we'll grab our onion seeds, which we've got a lot of actually. I'm surprised. And we'll run these down like this. One field done. Obviously got the rest of the fields to do, so next thing is, well, this one is the one that's going to have flax in it, and this is going to be a big old choice because there's my flax seeds, and the other thing in there is carrots. So I think basically we, oh, and rice. Rice I'm not too worried about, but I think we definitely want to get the carrots in. And then maybe run the rice as well. It might be warm enough, who knows. We'll see, won't we? And then the rest of the field is flax, basically. Where's my rice? There, all 12 seeds of it. Well, you know what? We'll give it a try. And using up my old crappy knife, grab some of this flax and in it goes. And again, I'm not going to fill in these gaps. I suppose I could, but I don't see the point. I am, if anything, overly glutted in food now. To the point where if bread baking wasn't such a pain in the bum, I would be making vast quantities of bread to sell to the traders just because they're, you know, they like the bread. I suppose they like their daily bread. Anyway, this is a quick job, and that will be another thing. We're at the 3rd of July. I'm trying to think, the last temporal storm was on the 9th of June, so we're still some way off of a temporal storm, I feel, but we have got way more flax than we will ever need. Let's just pop the flax away, go in here and sort out the last thing, and my tree has grown. Lovely. I don't suppose you've got, no, of course not. Can't be that lucky, eh? And in here we should have spelt. Let's start off with turnips. And clear the grass. With this being a field that didn't have much activity in it, it has largely grown, but you can see there that it's definitely nicely nutritionalized after a full season and a bit of lying fallow. Well, I suppose I'll collect it all anyway. I don't want to waste it. But I suspect I am going to need to clear both fields, so I'll be back in a short while. But first things first, turnips. Alright, everything is replanted. One of those, I think. The crocks, I mean, this is, that's all fresh, that's old, those are empty, that and that is all fresh, and those are things. So we have got a lot of food, and we've got a like amount planted, should get it harvested, you know, get a couple of harvests in out of this year, so we're not going to go hungry, I don't think, somehow. Just saying. The one last thing I do need to do is my tannin is, let me just get rid of one of those. And then a little cough. My tannin is done. The skins are soaked and ready to be scraped and cured in the weak tannin, and we need to get the strong tannin on and cooking to it, but that can come out of there, that can go in like a soap. Hello Mr. Bear, is all curious. That will go in there for 3 days and will make me some treated stuff with stuff. The only other things that are ready for harvest are these again, which I really do need to do. Oh yes, you are. You're doomed, mate. The pumpkins are more or less, but they are still getting new pumpkins coming off of the vines, and I don't, you know, while this is still sprouting new pumpkins, I'm not going to stop them, put it that way. So that's all good. And although, to be honest, I've got a lot of pumpkins anyway, I'm not using it. Food is not a major concern, so yeah, that's let's have that in. So still lots of work around the homestead. What I would like to do next episode is to do some work away from the homestead and get out there, and I suspect, well, not suspect, I think what I want to do is get some caving done. That's harvestable, 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 the only thing, I mean, I'm only missing 4 skeps. These ones I want to harvest and reposition, so I will do those somehow. But yeah, there's just so much to do. It's just constant. But on that note, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you soon, and do let me know what you think about the adding further mods as we go forward, because, you know, that will help inform some decisions, and, you know, maybe change the direction of the, especially if I'm intending to go exploring further south, having more structures and things may be worthwhile. Let me know, and until then, thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye for now.